Hey everybody, it's Cynthia. I'm back again with another sublimation project for you. This time I went to Dollar Tree and I picked up one of these notebooks. I've seen this done before, so I wanted to try it out for myself. So I'm going to talk to you today about how to put a sublimation design on here. Since this is my first time, I'm just going to try it out and see how it works. And I'm going to also tell you what notebook to pick up at Dollar Tree because not all of them will work for sublimation. So first off, what you're going to need is one of these notebooks that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. This is the brand and here is the barcode if you'd like to look that up. So what is different about this notebook is, first off, you can see it's a plasticky kind of shiny cover, but the other side is actually paper and you can see it's glittery. And this is the notebook that I've heard actually works with sublimation. So when you're at the store, you can tell that there's a few different designs. Some of them have complete covers that are made of plastic, and that is not going to work. This is just going to melt. So I believe this one works, and I only found this one color, but if you find different colors, you definitely want to try and pick one out that is a lighter color so your sublimation design will show up on it. Also, when you're using colored things to put sublimation printing on, sometimes the colors will look a little bit different. Unless you're using a complete white background, then the colors should be pretty true. But just know that your colors may come out looking a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is put the design on there and then we're going to get started. This is the design that I printed out. I just wanted to do one for school since it is a notebook and it's back to school time. So I thought this would be really cute. But it would also be really cute if you personalized a notebook, put your child's name or somebody else that you want to gift a notebook to so that they could have it for back to school. So I'm going to go ahead and tape it on and then we're going to press it. And I'm just going to kind of put this right in the middle, just make sure that it's kind of even, because you want to take into account the fact that there's holes here, so you don't want to shift it over too much or too much this way. So this is where I'm going to put it, and I'm going to heat tape it. I don't think you need to use too much heat tape. I'm just going to use a couple of pieces because I don't want it to move, and I don't also want it to be affected after I have to pull it up because I don't know how this is going to work because I've never done it before. Now it's all taped up, so we're going to put it in the heat press. So one of the things I'm going to do is turn down my heat press to 360 degrees. And I'm going to set it for 70 seconds. Actually, you know what? I'm going to actually turn it down to 65 just to be safe. So when it's cooling down, because I had it on hotter, I'm going to go ahead and prep my notebook and get it ready to press. I'm going to take some butcher paper, and I have 18-inch sheets, so I'm going to rip it in half so I don't waste any butcher paper. And that will be plenty to cover up the notebook. The one thing I am kind of concerned about is because this notebook is so flat, getting a decent amount of pressure on there, I would have to crank this down so much. So what I am going to do is I have this really big pressing pad. I'm going to go ahead and use that on here, and then I'm going to lay my notebook down on there and see how that works. And the one thing you do not want to do is, obviously you can't put this in the press just like this because it's not going to hit this because this is the low point, but you're also going to bend this and mess this up. So I definitely want to hang the whole notebook off and only put the cover in there. So I loosened up the pressure because I have this big pressing pad, and I also don't want the transfer to leave lines in the notebook. I'm going to put my butcher paper over it. And you see it is pulling a little bit, so what I'm going to do is put something underneath the notebook so it kind of raises it up a little bit. So I went ahead and put my tape machine underneath the notebook so that the edge doesn't curl down and I don't have to worry about it just flopping over. So that's my setup. Now let's go and press it. So you definitely need to pull down on the heat press pretty hard to get all that air out of the pressing pad. So there's really not actually a ton of pressure on the notebook right now. It was more just hard to push down because of the air that was in the pressing pad. All right, let's see how it came out. I can tell right off the bat it totally changed the color of the notebook. So I don't know if that's going to come back once it cools, but the notebook is no longer pink, it's now orange. And there it is. I'm just leaving the notebook to cool for a little bit, but you can definitely see this was the original color and now this is the color after it was heat pressed. So it definitely does change the color. You can see a little bit of discoloration around where the transfer was. The colors actually came out pretty close because this was purple and these were pink. It did come out with a little funky line or dot right here. So that was either, that wasn't something in my transfer, but maybe something came out in the paper. But if you don't mind the fact that it changes the color of the front, I think this looks really cute and I think it would really be adorable by adding a name so you could send your kid to school with a personalized notebook. I do have all the sublimation materials that I use in this video linked down below in the description. This is what the final notebook looked like. The color did come back a little bit, but it still definitely discolored it. You may be able to change your time and your temperature to see if you can get the color to stay true.